Welcome back to another section of the course. Now in this section, I'm going to be going over a little bit more of a market structure. This is kind of catching reversals. It's not catching continuations. So continuation zones, it's literally, this is just a regular structure. It's a little bit more advanced. But what we're looking for with change of character is if we're in a downtrend, okay, what do I see? I hate when it does this. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this for you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're in a downtrend. Now we're looking for a change of character. This is all continuation zones going down, right? Now, this is where it gets tricky. Okay. Price comes up, breaks all these zones. You get stopped out. Oh my gosh, what happened? Price comes down. It doesn't break this last low right here. Continues up. Now, a lot of people, including myself, will be selling from here. We'll be selling from here. You have to know where to sell from, where to buy from in the market all times. You gotta know where you are. So whoever was selling from here got stopped out. Why? Because we had this break right here. Break structure. Break structure. And now we've got our last low right here. But what happens? We've now got a new break structure to the upside, breaking the last high. So what does that indicate? That indicates that there's a change of character, change of direction in the market. So we're reversing. CHoCH, that's how I say it. Change of character equals switch of direction from either bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish, simply being put. Okay, so change of character, switch of direction, change of direction in the market is when price, mark this up as liquidity, say sell side liquidity. Okay, so let's say this is liquidity, gets swept, right? And immediately after, price comes up to take out this high. Now, what do we look for after this high is formed? We wait for price to come back down to retest this newly formed demand zone to continue up. Now, where do we put our take profit? Like always, we put it at the top of the move, just like this. And that is bearish to bullish change of character. Now, for the bullish to bearish change of character, we've got continuation zones, just like last time. Okay, so you could be buying off here, boom, nice. Lots of profit, boom. Comes back up, retests the supply zone, continues down. Okay, so once again, people were buying here, people were buying here, people were buying here. Profits being smashed, profits being smashed, profits being smashed. But thing is, at some point, this market is going to reverse. The market isn't always going to trend up. The market isn't always going to trend down. It's going to switch. It's going to change up on you. So, as we can see here, we had this sweep, the buy side liquidity, and then immediately after, just like the bearish to bullish one, we had this change of character to the downside. Let me switch this. Sorry about that. Change character, not break structure. Right. So we formed the new high, and immediately after taking out all this liquidity, we come down, we break this last low. Now after this, what do we look for? we look for price to come back up into our newly formed supply zone to continue down. Once again, take profits at the bottom of the move. Always, always. That's how I trade. That's how I do it. Okay? That's why I scalp. It's in and out. You know, I'm not in the market for hours. I'm in the market for minutes. So this is literally a breakdown of change of character. Exact setup. Okay, this is bullish to bearish. This is bearish to bullish. Once again, change of character is the switch of direction / change of direction in the market, and it will either go from bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish. Obviously, price won't move sideways unless it's consolidating. Then you won't have any change of characters. So let's go on to the market. I'm going to make this short and sweet. You know, I'm not going to hold you guys here all day. You've got a lot to watch, you've got a lot to soak in, and you've got a lot to study. Okay, so right off the bat, what do we see? Price trending down, right? Price trending down. What happens? Price takes out this liquidity, sell side liquidity, and immediately after, price comes up to form the change of character. CHoCH, whatever you want to say. Change the direction. Boom. High got broke immediately after. Now what do we look for? Well, we mark up our demand zone. Got a gap right here. It's a little bit more confirmation that we should take this trade. We wait. We have liquidity formed right here, also being swept. And look at that. Okay. It's simple, it's sweet, you know. I'm not going to keep you guys here forever, just like I said, because it's really not much to explain with change of character. People go on for so long trying to explain themselves and how they trade it. Fuck that. You know, you guys know me, that's why you bought my course. I'm simple. I keep shit quick. You know, I explain things the way I would understand it. You know, I'm not the smartest kid. I never was growing up. I've had tons of mentors try to teach me. You know, I try to copy their exact strategy. I just never worked well with anything until I really just taught myself. I sat down and I'm like, okay, what do I work well with? Well, one, I'm impatient with the market. I'm impatient in real life, so I need to scalp. So use this video, use this course, but also turn it into your own strategy. You know, figure out what works best for you. This is a lower time frame, you know, course. I'm a lower time frame trader. Can this work on the higher time frame? Obviously. We'll go to the hourly right now, and I'll show you right now that this works. So we could do this one. You know, it's not the best, but just like I said, I really don't trade the hourly. I just look at it for gaps. I look at it for structure. That's it. We have this liquidity being taken out, sell side liquidity, and immediately, well, not immediately after, but you know what I mean. Right after, we had the change of character, which is literally a break structure. I don't know what just happened, but yeah, change of character is a break structure, just a reversal, okay? So boom, price takes out liquidity, makes a low, and immediately makes a high, taking out this high. So where do we target our entry point? We target at the last low for the up move. Then big impulse up, and this was the last candle before it happened. So just like I said, this works on any time frame. You don't have to just use a 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute. You can use whatever you want. You know, if you're a swinger, here you go. With the change of character, you're getting a 12R. So however much you're risking, you're 12 timesing it, almost 13. Now you could target these highs, but like I said in all my other videos, I target the high of the move. But for swinger's sake, here you go. I'm targeting at the very, very tippity top high. The swing, the major high. And boom. Works on the 1 minute, one minute, works on the 5 minute, works on the 15, works on the hourly, works on the 30 minute, works on the 4 hour. It works even on the daily, okay? This shit is no joke. No joke. Practice it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to find a daily one because that's going to take way too long. We got one right here. Isn't the best, like I said, but this is the daily time frame. Liquidity being swept immediately after high being broken with change of character, forming a new high. So this was the last candle for the impulse up. Now you can refine these, but just to make this video a little bit quicker, I'm not going to go down and refine, because if you're just trading off the daily, here you go. Target either the high of the move, like I do, or you could target the full high. You're just going to be in this trade for another week or two, especially if you're trading on the daily. Boom, you got an 8.5 R, you're making 1,400 pips, you're risking 170 just off the change character. So once again, liquidity sweep immediately after a break of the high, have price come back down to retest the last low, the last down candle for that big impulse up, the demand zone, the point of interest, to then target the high of either the move or the full, overall high of the structure. And yeah, that's basically it. This is change of character. Once again, I'm just going to write this down for you guys. CHoCH, look for liquidity sweep first, and then look for the first initial brick structure, which is the CHoCH, the change of character. Entry off the point of interest, target the high or low, whatever you're doing, whether you're selling or you're buying, target the high or the low of the move, of the impulse. That's change of character. Just like I said, keeping it sweet and simple. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna see you guys in the next section.